Okay, once you have your logo done, it's a good idea to then get your brand style guide. The reason this is important is that this creates a seamless flow of your brand across everything you do, everything from the website, which you're going to develop, through to any printing, any quote templates, anything that you will recreate your information. This gives anybody that you're working with, contractors, staff, a understanding of exactly what the colors should look like. So we start here as a brand guide is that the logo usage, don't stretch or distort, ensure minimum clear space so elements don't get cut off. Then you go on to font and text. So what's the font? We've chose Poppins, quite like that one. And then these are the parameters again for people printing. So you give them the large headlines, subheads, heading 1, 2, 3, right through to 4 and 5. And then that way you've got all of the variations when people are creating things like testimonials or just a paragraph, you have all that. Next, we go into the primary color palette, which gives the colors and the hex numbers. Again, great for designers to be able to quickly recreate the colors that you've chosen. Next, we've got a color shading palette where we're looking at something that might be a little bit outside the scope, but it just fits into there, which gives us that extra bit of flexibility when we're creating those colors. And then you can see we've then created using prompts that inside of AI software that we can create additional images and graphics that are on brand with the right colors that we have used, and see a couple more there as well. So then finally, the voice and tone. What is the brand voice that you want to put into your communication style? This also works really well in the prompts for AI. So it allows you to then create a clear tone that both the text and all the images and everything you're doing all seamlessly aligns. Because if your font and your brand and your colors are all over the place, then you fail to cut through, and a lot of your marketing and your posting and your positioning is going to be diluted versus having this incredibly consistent. So can't emphasize how important this is to ensure that you do create that brand style guide and then get everybody who you work with to follow it religiously. Even though I'm not a huge fan of logos and fonts, it's just not something that I'm really that interested. I do understand the importance of it, and therefore I now am convinced that you need to have that across everything you do, rather than it being one thing in one font and then something in a different, and not having that consistency. So I hope you found this useful. Again, you could probably go back to the person who created your logo, and for an additional charge, they will map out your brand style guide.